Yo, what's up, guys? I know you guys missed this beautiful face, but welcome. Happy Thursday to you guys. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. I am here to talk to you about all the greatness when it comes to the world of sports and entertainment. I am Michael Matthew, and you are joining me for the greatest show in the land. You know I gotta say it. These are the breaks. So, hey, welcome back. Thank you guys for joining me this week for this episode of The Breaks with yours truly. Like I said, I hope your Thursday is going great. Man, we're already in March. This year is going by fast, but I have to start off with the NFL breakdown. We're going to start with the great Jason Kelce calling it quits, retiring from the game of football. The Eagles, one of the greatest Philadelphia athletes they have ever seen. Jason Kelce, he has become a bigger and bigger star lately with his podcast, with his brother that's doing great numbers, and just the great player that he is, playing in the Super Bowl, winning one Super Bowl while losing to the Chiefs in one. He's one of the greatest players there. It's always sad to see one of the best players ever, especially in your city, to walk away from the game, especially a guy who should be. I don't know how these Hall of Fame votes are. I don't have one as of yet, but he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. The guy was a baller. He was the heart and soul of that Eagles offensive line, offensive team for the past 5 to 6 years. So you hate to see him go. I just love everything between him and his brother Travis. I was able to interview Travis Kelce there in Vegas for the Super Bowl and talked about their relationship. Jason and Travis were just honored by the Cleveland Cavaliers a couple nights ago. So kudos to him. Kudos to a great career. He deserves to go off in the sunset and enjoy the rest of his life. But I can't wait to see more from him and his brother with their great podcast, and to see more from him when it comes to him joining the Hall of Fame. Hey, it's the time of the year for me when it comes to the NFL that I really love. Of course, I want to watch the games, and seeing all the Week 18 all the way up to the Super Bowl is always great. But this is the time that you have to start building and getting your team right. The little moves that you make. The Buffalo Bills, you see, they're cutting and waiving everybody because they need the cap space. So they're going to look like a brand new team. The Kansas City Chiefs, they are a team who have won the past 2 Super Bowls, which I love. But the Chiefs have been killing it these last few years when it comes to free agency, drafting, and things like that. We have the NFL Combine I'm going to speak more on. But for the Chiefs, we got to talk the Super Bowl champs. They have a chance to possibly lose 2 of their better players. First, I'm going to start off L'Jarius Sneed, the shutdown corner who had an amazing year. I can't believe it still that he wasn't a Pro Bowler. I can't believe that he wasn't not on one All-Pro team. But teams notice him. They know what he's doing. The Chiefs were able to tag him, give him the franchise tag. But you have 7 teams interested. I have them listed here. Vikings, Colts, Titans, Patriots, Lions, Falcons, Jags. These teams could be making moves to bring in Sneed, which will be a huge loss to the Chiefs. But I don't know what's going to happen there. I'm hoping the Chiefs can bring him back, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen because they've been drafting some really solid corners. You get an all-pro in Trent McDuffie, who played an amazing season in year number 2. You have Josh Williams, who was their 3rd-round pick a couple years ago, who looks like he can hold his own. Jalen Watson, who emerged as a rookie and was very solid this past year. So the Chiefs may look like they're good there at corner, but it's going to be very interesting to see. But the big one is Chris Jones, because he received a tag last year. He missed all of training camp, missed week 1, and came back and was a vital part to the Chiefs and earned him some extra money with the incentives that he was able to accomplish. But now he could actually leave. Like, if the Chiefs don't sign him, can he possibly go to the Raiders? Will he truly join the rivals? That move will be crazy. But I think the Chiefs knew what was going on. They're like, we have conversations with him and the Katz brothers, who are his agents. I think the Chiefs are like, it's no way that we're going to possibly trade Sneed and lose Chris Jones, because Chris Jones is probably one of the better D tackles that we've seen in the league in these past 10 years. So it's going to be interesting. Can the Chiefs lose their top 2 guys? Will it happen? And Veach we trust is what we say in Chiefs Kingdom, and I believe that the Chiefs will find a way to keep at least one of those guys, especially when it comes to Chris Jones. Russell Wilson, his era is done in Denver, and a lot of people are saying, is it possibly the worst trade to ever happen? They're going to let go of this guy and have the dead money of $84 million. I don't know if it's the worst because that Herschel Walker trade was so terrible. It set that team so far back. They haven't made it to another Super Bowl, guys, since they played in Super Bowl II. So that was a move where they could have had, 7, 8 pieces that would have helped that team grow. One of the picks they gave to the Cowboys ended up being Emmitt Smith, another one being Darren Woodson. So that trade was so terribly bad, but this one with Russell Wilson was surprising because he came into a team that had the #1 top 5 defense, and you were like, all they need is a quarterback. They added Russell, and he couldn't get them over the hump. I don't know if his career is done. I don't know if he's going to be just a holdover, a guy that you put at your quarterback position as you prepare your rookie to be the next guy. But it's just so sad that he couldn't figure it out there in Denver. And now Denver is scrambling to try to do whatever they can to be competitive and compete with the Kansas City Chiefs. And I know it's NFL Combine season, and, a lot of people are looking at these numbers. Xavier Worthy breaking the record with his 40 speed of 4.21. But don't get caught into this Combine stuff. The Combine is just workout. Some guys are made for workouts. I'm all about the tape. What you put on your tape, your game performances, your numbers, your production, all of that stuff always matters to me more. So don't tell me about all the stuff a guy did at a combine and he was the third string on the team. Don't tell me about a guy who blazed when it comes to running, who lifted a bunch of weights, who jumped high, who couldn't even ball out. Because you look at a couple years ago, you had Trevon Walker was the first overall pick to the Jags over Aiden Hutchinson, who we all saw was a baller in college, and Walker was more of a project guy. But look at Hutchinson. Look what he's doing for that Detroit Lions defense. Look what type of star that he is. So I'm always going to be production over all of these workouts. So shout out to him. So, hey, before we go to this break, we got to break it or leave it, baby. So I hope y'all ready for this. Break it or leave it time. Should a guy be able to win Rookie of the Year when it comes to basketball? Should he be able to win Rookie of the Year if he misses the first year? If he's injured, he doesn't play, doesn't get any time, now he's back and he's able to compete for the Rookie of the Year. Do we like this? Do we love it? Should we break it or leave it? Because I think it's time to break this. You were able to go in and practice with pros. You were rehabbing with an NBA team. You were around pros all day, all long, while these other guys were in college or they were playing overseas. But it's not the NBA. If you're able to practice and work out with pros, you should not be considered a rookie. So I know that Chet is playing some good basketball, and it looks like Victor Wembanyama is going to most likely get that Rookie of the Year award, but it's all about him being an actual rookie. So should we change it? Should we break it? Should we leave it? You guys let me know, but I got more for you when it comes to the NBA, baby, and I'm so excited, but I'm going to give you that after this break.
Hey everyone, I'm Neko Gumike with the LA Sparks, and you are watching Infinity Television.
Profanity Nation. a podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss, raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Chanel Gwimike, and you're watching Infanity Television. Boom.
Shout out Infanity Television. This is Juju Watkins. See y'all.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back, man. I hope you guys enjoyed your break. Got you a little snack, some more water, wine, whatever you need to get you going and have you enjoy me, your favorite sports personality. But let's go on the break, the fast break. Let's talk some NBA, baby. So we just talked about Wemby, of course, and whether Chet should be competing with him when it comes to Rookie of the Year. But all of that stuff can wait because we have to talk the Los Angeles Lakers, who are playing some very good basketball right now. And I'm going to say this right now. The Los Angeles Lakers are the biggest dark horse when it comes to the Western Conference. The Lakers are playing some great basketball. They have won 8 of their last 11 games. LeBron James is healthy and looking right. AD is healthy and looking right. D-Lo is playing great. Austin Reeves is making plays. Rui, Gabe Vincent may actually play some basketball for the Lakers this year. And we're all, all Laker fans are hoping that it's going to be very productive. But they are playing some good hoop and beating some of the teams that are in front of them. First, when it comes to the matchups of the Thunder and Clippers this season, they are 3-1 versus both of those teams. They have matched up well with the Timberwolves. The only team they want to avoid, of course, are the Denver Nuggets, who continue to put the smack down on the Lakers. But if the Lakers can somehow, listen to me, I need you guys to really listen in right here. If the Lakers can somehow get to that 7th seed, and say if Denver makes a push and they become the number 1 overall seed in the Western Conference, now the Lakers will match up with either the Timberwolves or the OKC Thunder in the first half, 2 teams that they can play, 2 teams that they have handled. You knock off one of those teams, now you have another young team that you can go through that I'm very confident. If it's a playoff series and it's one of those young teams, or hell, even the Clippers versus the Lakers with LeBron and AD, I'm going with LeBron and AD, guys who have won an NBA championship together, guys who made a push last year and got to the Western Conference Finals. So I think that it's that time that we have to start taking the Lakers very, very serious. Of course, it's going to start with them possibly being in a play-in and having to make a run, but they're not that far from the 6th seed, and they're playing that great of basketball that if you're any other team other than the Denver Nuggets, you should be aware of the Los Angeles Lakers because they are coming. And to keep it in La La Land, shout out to LeBron James, 40,000 points for LeBron. It's still crazy to think about. I don't even know if you can do that with your created player on 2K by simulating his career, but LeBron has done some amazing things. And I'm somebody that always gives him a hard time because when you talk about greatness, you have to. That's the only way that you make them the best. You have to push them, motivate them, and they're competing with some of the greatest players to ever play. So I give him a hard time, but I want to give him his flowers because he deserves to be loved. He deserves all the praises for what his ability has allowed him to do, the longevity and things as such. But one thing I do want to say, and I don't want to sound like a hater, as much as he deserves a Lakers jersey in the rafters once he retires, his name should be the next one. Nobody else should be discussed. It has to be LeBron James in the rafters. Pick a number, 6, 23, your choice. But when it comes to a statue for the greatest franchise in sports history, the Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron James does not deserve that honor. LeBron James hasn't won enough. Yes, he has got a lot of accolades personally for himself with the Lakers jersey on, but it's not enough for the team. If you look at the statues outside of Crypto.com Arena, those Laker guys have a couple things. Either they were lifelong Lakers, like Jerry West, like Elgin Baylor, or they were able to bring 3 or more championships to the Laker organization. That's like Kareem, Magic, Kobe, and Shaq. And, of course, Chick Hearns is the all-time great when it comes to play-by-play, so he deserves his statue. But unless LeBron does that, if he can bring you 2 more rings to La La Land, to Tinseltown, then you can say, let's start preparing that statue. But until he does that, damn it, I don't want to hear anything about a statue, but your jersey will be up in the rafters, Mr. King James. And for him, he's having struggles anyway. He's struggling with fans, the Laker fans, truly embracing him. And I think that is so hard for Laker fans to do because of his longtime rivalry with the late, great Kobe Bryant, and because Lakers don't really feel he's a true Laker. Like, he hasn't played long enough. We all remember him more with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and that's just what it is, LeBron. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. But let's go from the Lakers to their arch rival, the Boston Celtics, and I'm going to say it right now. They are the clear-cut favorites when it comes to winning the NBA championship. As long as they're healthy and Porzingis is on the court with the way that Tatum is playing, Jaylen Brown, you have Holiday there on the court with them. That team is built and should be the overall favorites to win the championship because, damn it, if they don't win the championship this year, it's going to be time for us to start comparing them to the Buffalo Bills. And I can't say Josh Allen and those Buffalo Bills, but I'm talking about in the 90s. Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Andre Reed, that Buffalo Bills team, a team that made it to 4 straight Super Bowls and didn't win one. That's what the Celtics are going to look like because they're playing such great basketball. They have been a great team since LeBron's last year in Cleveland. But the fact that if these guys can't get over the top, do you make a change? How big of a disappointment are they? Because they look like a legendary team. They just beat the Golden State Warriors by 50 points. So, Boston, it's time for you to figure it out. Believe me, as an LA guy, I'm not going to love it if they do win a championship, but as an NBA fan, you see that that should be the team that's winning an NBA championship. And then I have to discuss this because to take you back to Wemby, everybody's talking about Wemby. He should be the rookie of the year because he's the best rookie. But then you're hearing defensive player of the year. And I just would never believe that a team that's in the bottom of the league when it comes to your record, you should not win any of the top awards. Rookie of the year, we're really looking at you as a rookie. Most rookies come to terrible teams, so it's hard to uplift them right away. But when it comes to an MVP, Defensive Player of the Year award, Most Improved, Sixth Man, you should be helping your team win a lot of games. So I love you, Victor, but you haven't done enough, I believe, to help you be the Defensive Player of the Year. And you're going to get a bunch of them. You're a guy that's going to average a lot of blocks, a lot of steals. You are an amazing player that might be the top 3 guy by the end of your 3rd year or maybe before, but you are not the Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going to give that to Gobert because his defense is number 1 in the league and his team has a number 1 record right now in the Western Conference. But I need a break. You need a break, and there's going to be more for you here with the breaks.
Hey everyone, I'm Neko Gumike with the LA Sparks, and you are watching Infinity Television.
Profanity Nation.
A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Chanel Gwimike, and you're watching Infinity Television. Boom.
Shout out Infinity Television. This is Juju Watkins. See y'all.
Welcome back. You are once again joining your favorite superstar, Michael Matthew. And we got to talk about a superstar of the NBA, Zion Williamson. He came out and he said, yo, I will be in the slam dunk contest if I am an all-star. And I kind of felt some type of way about that because I'm like, yo, isn't it your job to play great, to be a great hooper and go out there and ball out and prove that you're an all-star? So I don't want to hear nothing about if I'm an all-star. Go out there, dominate, do your part, and get ready to give the fans what they are waiting for, which is the superstar names doing the biggest event of the entire All-Star weekend. That is the Slam Dunk Contest. And hopefully you can bring along some friends like, say, a Anthony Edwards, like, say, a Ja Morant, and, you know, whoever else. Hey, maybe you can find a way to teach Wemby some new dunks, and you can throw him out there because it's about damn time that the greatest event of All-Star weekend gets his love with his biggest names. I miss the days of seeing the Jordans, Dominiques, Dr. J, young Kobe was able to do it, Vince Carter, T-Mac, all of these guys, Blake Griffin when he was at his highest point. It's time for us to get the huge names, and you have a chance to do it. And you shouldn't be saying if. You're too good of a player to be talking about if. You know you have all-star ability. You should be an all-star player, and you're playing some great basketball right now, and the Pelicans look like a dangerous team to look out for. But I hope to see you next year during the Slam Dunk Contest because the league needs it. And to keep it, you know, I'm in LA. I want to talk some more LA. The Los Angeles Clippers, they're kind of struggling a little bit. They started off so great after the trade and picking up James Harden. They started slow, but then they went on a tear where it looked like they may be the best team in not only the Western Conference, but the NBA. But you lose Russ to a fractured hand, and he's going to be out nearly a month. They're hoping he can be back before the start of the playoffs. But then they have some tough losses. They lose to Milwaukee, who didn't have Giannis. They struggle with the Rockets. It's like, damn, Ty Lue, you got to figure it out. You, Kawhi, PG, all the pressure is on you guys, and Steve Ballmer should be beating on that door saying, guys, I need you to put it together because we're about to go to this new arena here in Inglewood, and we need to sell tickets, and we need a winner. So whatever you can do, if you can somehow bring a banner to my new arena, you will be loved forever. Hell, you might get your own individual parades around the city, but they're struggling right now. Let's see what time can do, but it's looking tough, especially with teams like the Lakers doing some good things. The Nuggets are looking like the Nuggets once again. Minnesota's playing well. OKC is still a tough team. Clippers got to get it together, and I hope that they figure it out, but it's my time. My favorite time of the show, and that's when you can break out with yours truly, Michael Matthew himself. So, you know, I got to talk about my TV things because, you know, whenever I can make time, a busy man, but I do find ways to watch shows I want to look at. And I got to give a shout out to Avatar: The Last Airbender live action. If you haven't seen it, the full season is out. I was a fan of the cartoon. They give us a live action on Netflix, and it was amazing. So great that they got a new deal. They're renewed for season 2 and season 3. If you haven't checked it out, go put your time into it. It's a great show. It's action, drama. It's everything you need. It's fun. It's an anime turned into live action, and they did a great job with it. After having one of the worst movies ever created in The Last Airbender, I don't know who did that, because they need to retire because it was so terribly bad. But this show is so much like the cartoon. They did a great job. And if you're a fan of the cartoon, you haven't seen it yet, I don't know what's going on, but it's about damn time you go do it. Go and check out Avatar: The Last Airbender. It is great. 2 more seasons are coming. What's next with the MCU? All you fans out there who like me is like, I know that that you have Deadpool and Wolverine coming, but what is going to happen? Who is going to be the main villain? After having Thanos and the way that he was able to be great throughout the first few phases of the MCU, now we don't know where we're going. We don't know if it's going to be Kang the Conqueror because of the mess that Jonathan Majors got himself into. Are they going to move on to Doom? I'm lost. I'm hoping that they somehow can maybe use both of them, because Kang is a great character from the TV shows and comic books, and we all know that Dr. Doom is one of the greatest villains of all time. But you can always let me know what you guys think, MCU fans, when it comes to who should be the big bad going forward. And I know that Deadpool and Wolverine, a movie that everybody is waiting for. Hell, I might sleep outside for a month before that movie drop. I'm so excited to see that movie. But it's going to be a game changer, because I think it's going to introduce to us who the big bad is going to be going forward. Kang, Dr. Doom, let me know. I'm going to have to make sure you guys vote on this and let me know, because maybe I can reach out to some of my MCU connects and they can make something happen. But I got to take you from the TV world and movies and take you to hip-hop, which I'm also a huge fan of. And I got to give a shout-out to Nelly, one of the greatest to do a rep in St. Louis. But he said something very interesting on a podcast, which I totally 100% agree with him. He says the era from 1999 to 2009 was the toughest era of hip-hop, and damn it, he was 100% right. That era brought us so much talent. It came right after the run by Tupac, by Biggie, us losing them, and then hip-hop having to refine itself, finding those new superstars. We got the Jay-Z's. We had the Nas's, Eminem's, Nelly, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Ludacris, Game, Kanye, and Outkast, who were able to win the Album of the Year at the Grammys. You had so many big names in that time. It was so crazy for a hip-hop fan. Like, left and right, you were listening to some of the best music when it comes to hip-hop. And I don't think that hip-hop has come near that, and that's why I think some of the issues with hip-hop, because you just don't have talent. It's more music being put out, but you don't have as much talent, because maybe people don't respect the art. They don't have the competition. The Kendricks, the Drakes, the J. Coles don't have to go all out because they don't have people to really challenge them. Where left and right, Nelly said, if I want a number one, I have to beat these guys, and it was too damn tough. And, you know, for you guys out there need a new album to listen to, Schoolboy Q has his new project out, Blue Lips. I love the album. It is amazing. I'm happy that he's back. He's happy. He's making some great music. Some of the songs I love, Thank God For Me, is amazing. Blue Slides, like, the dude killed it and gave us a great album. Is it his best album? I don't think so, but it is up there in his top 2 or 3 albums. So Schoolboy Q, kudos to you. TDE, still pushing the game forward, doing it for the West Coast. But that's it for me, man. I'm going to be back with you guys next week. Make sure that you guys are ready for me and tapping in to your favorite show, The Breaks. But also, check me out, man. The full clip, Clippers Unleashed. Everything you need with the Clippers, me and my guy Beef got you covered every Friday morning. So I got a lot of work coming from you. I know you're going to like it. Infinity TV, y'all know what it is. Catch you guys next week. Peace.